Ever since Nobert Mao attacked the Speaker of Parliament, ANITA Among, that she was accidental, ANITA Among hesitated to rebuttal until yesterday when she broke up. ANITA Among came out to rebuttal and fired the salvos to Nobert Mao, accusing him of blackmail and that he should stop telling the members of parliament and the entire country that it was accidental. ANITA Among said these statements.
Legislators,
there is no accidental member of parliament. Because you were voted by the majority of your voters in your constituencies. And there is no accidental Speaker of Parliament. The accidental Speaker of Parliament being said was voted by 415 members of Parliament.
That is ANITA Among. First of all, it's now very clear that even the Speaker and Deputy Speaker are not sure that they may be retained. And Taiwan may have more chances, but since ANITA Among has a baggage to carry, his chances may not be certain. So coming out rebuttal, Nobert Mao, is a sign that he's not sure, and it's a sign that shows that the words of her fellow competitors are really doing damage to his reputation to become Speaker. Because we all know Nobert Mao has ever come out to say that ANITA Among became Speaker accidentally. By the way, which is right, because what prompted ANITA Among's speakership is the death of Jacob Oulanyah. For those who are forgetting, here's a tape when Nobert Mao was accusing ANITA Among of accidentally becoming Speaker. Here's a tape.
Unfortunately, we lost the late Jacob Oulanyah. So we got an accidental Speaker. Yes, because nobody plans for death. It was not supposed to be that way. But now there's an opportunity.
That is Nobert Mao. So we clearly see that ANITA Among is rebattling, she's fighting hard for his position. And by the time we shall enter May, because May is when the president is going to swear in, is when the parliament is going to be sweared in. The day after the members of parliament being sweared in, we shall elect Speaker. So we are going to see a lot of business leading towards that speakership race. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the battle of the speakership between ANITA Among and the others, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're into this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagre. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So you all know the frontrunners of the speakership is ANITA Among, Nobert Mao, and other NRM contenders. In fact, I keep on telling people that if it wasn't Nobert Mao being in a DP, if he was a full member of the NRM, he would have higher chances of unseating ANITA Among, because however much we have differences with Nobert Mao, is a better, more speaker than ANITA Among. ANITA Among failed to rise to the occasions of the August House. In fact, he lowered the bar of parliament. Even debate to be gotten in parliament, it is highly affected by the presiding officer. It's the reason why we have more critical debate under Taiwa and not under ANITA Among. So ANITA Among coming out to attack Nobert Mao, it shows the uncertainty of the speaker. In fact, he even went out to say that very many members of parliament are telling him that telling her that they sanctioned her, yet he was fighting for her country. In fact, he said these statements.
Nobody was born a member of parliament, and nobody was born a speaker. Triple A will be the speaker, and double T will be the deputy speaker. The assertion that is there is a misguided assertion. You know, when at one time somebody said, "Where were you when we were in the bush? Where were they when I traversed the whole country to look for your votes?" I feel so hard when I hear people saying, and imagine people who are going to be members of parliament, saying she was sanctioned. I was sanctioned for the good of this country. I protected the values and the traditions of this country. I carried the cross for the good of this country.
That is Anita Among. First of all, we must understand. Anita Among thinks that when she stands out to speak to members of parliament, they don't understand. The reason as to why Anita Among was sanctioned wasn't because of the LGBTQ Act. It was because of corruption. Britain gave out the reason as to why he was sanctioned, and they even went on to show the houses he holds. The same with Dubai, the same with other people. So it is not the fact that he was sanctioned because of LGBT law. He was sanctioned because of the bad behaviors, corruption in the August House, and even the evidence was brought. Contracts to his radio station, it is in billions. Just that the IGG didn't act, President Museveni didn't act because he rewards psycho funds. It is the truth. In fact, sanctions even came out more hard when Jerry Senior came out with corruption. It is the truth. I keep on telling people that under Anita Among, I think he even compromised Martha Simple as the leader of opposition. So that's as to why we got value for the leader of opposition under Jerry Senior. So it is true that when it comes to competence, Anita Among lacks compared to any contender, most especially like NOBERT MAO. Although my thinking is, of course, Genome 7 may reward her in that way. He will have to pass anything that is wanted by Genome 7 because even Genome 7 has a file on her. The corruption in the parliamentary commission. So he'll use her as a walking stick in the parliamentary commission. It is the truth. As for Mao, I think it is a technique of bargaining for a cabinet slot. And sure, he will get it. Of course, as my opinion remains truly, Mr. Makinde, Kabir Suleiman Magal. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so you can be motivated to do more of such videos. I will see you on another one. Peace.